Complex, or the Lido Jardim. It's a rather nice bike ride, albeit with some issues. You can see that the ocean is rather violent today. It's, I think, potentially the last day, or what we hope the final days of a tropical depression that has hit the island. Nothing major. We've had some intense rain, very, very windy conditions, winds of more than 100 kilometers up in the mountains, snow up in the mountains actually too. Otherwise, you can see that the sun is relatively clear and has been relatively clear, except for 1 or 2 days of this tropical depression. This is a beautiful, beautiful walkway. I rather like. Just got to be a little careful, not scare the tourists or the walkers. It has a really great view over the ocean at points. The azulejo. You can see out in the distance the desertas, which are the uninhabited islands of Madeira. They are nature preserves, one of the last nesting grounds and breeding grounds of the lobo marinos, or the Mediterranean monk seals. I think they have about 25 to 30 of them out there. They're rare and endangered. Also colonies of spiders, if you're into that kind of stuff. Anyway, so we're coming up on the first of 2 public pools we will be passing. This is Complexo Balnear de Ponta Gorda, or the Ponta Gorda Swimming Complex, run by the Funchal. It's one of 4 seaside pools run by Funchal. You can get individual entrances for about €5, or you can get kind of these monthly punch passes for about €30. Patty prefers the latter. She uses it to go to water aerobics at the pool that we're going to go to, or we're going to pass on the way to this. This is a rather nice swimming complex. Unlike the other swimming complexes, it has an area where you can actually jump into the ocean. Not today. And as a matter of fact, the entire pool is completely open because it is so susceptible to water from the ocean. Most of these pools have been closed the last few days because of the tropical depression that has made the waves very rough, caused the Porto Santo ferry line to be canceled in the last few days. But anyway, otherwise the Funchal pools are usually open and they're a great place to be. I enjoy them. Patty certainly enjoys them. And it's one of the kind of the things you discover once you move here, once you live here. This is a very nice feature of living in the center of Funchal. Now, I have just dismounted my bike because this is way too steep for me to ride, even with my e-bike. So we're gonna just go on this. We're going to go to the road a little bit as we continue on towards the Lido. We're entering one of Funchal's major hotel zones with the Jardim Panoramico. We're about to pass. This is the area where you park to go to the Punta Garda pool, and this is the area where you kind of continue along the walkway along the river, the ocean front. The promenade. We find that these gardens are impeccably well maintained. They are, as you can see, the paths are nice and wide, they're flat, the bricks are even, and they're very beautiful. And I enjoy going on. Every time we are in Funchal, we try to be in this area because it is such a beautiful area, even when it's a little crazy in the sea. And you'll see a little bit more of that as we go. So again, I'm being real careful about not freaking out some tourists. We're passing by a few high-end hotels in their pool areas. This is a biological station. It does some marine biology work, that building. Not sure what it does. Yep, there's the Inn Hotel. Down there are a few nice restaurants, including a Japanese restaurant we rather like. This is now about to enter the Lido area, and the second of the 4 Funchal swimming complexes on the ocean. We will only be seeing 2 today. I hope at some point to take you to the other 2, which are Doca dos Cavacas and Galheiros, which is actually in Old Town Funchal, as opposed to the other 3, which are in San Martino. So didn't plan this well, because I'm gonna have to go down the steps, and the steps are never fun, but I think this is gonna be a good experience. We'll do a little turning around. I'm off the bike, just walking it right now. But there's a little area on good days that you can go down to the sea. You see the steps. Hopefully, there are steps right there. See a lot of tourists here in this area at night watching the sunset, which you can almost get. There are better parts on the island to get sunsets, but this is pretty darn good. And I love this basketball court, which also has a mosaic-y map of Funchal, looking up towards Estrada Monumental and the rest of the Ajuda Hotel neighborhood. And you may remember this spot from an earlier video, but this is actually a really great free public area to go down swimming into the ocean. Obviously, again, not something you want to do or even going to be allowed to do today, but on calmer days it certainly is a great option, because guess what? The ocean is always in pretty comfortable shape no matter what time of the year, rarely below 18 degrees Celsius or mid 60s Fahrenheit, which makes it fairly comfortable. You could wear a wetsuit, but you may not even have to. And there's one of our bars, snack bars, that I sometimes go to when Patty is in aerobics. Ahead, actually, I've seen kids playing futsal, or foot volley, excuse me, which is basically volleyball played with a soccer ball, and of course not using hands. And it's kind of cool. So we're not seeing it yet, but here is the Lido Swimming Complex and the entrance. We'll get a better view. We're going to go around this way. There's another snack bar. This is the gelato place, which is actually, it's not bad. It's a little chainy, but it's fine. And there's the snack bar, a few souvenir stands. Just didn't want to bike through the area. So we're going to do a little kind of turning around. This is one of the two major parking areas for Lido. And it's alright, so here we are. Here is the Lido Swimming Complex, which again is, I don't believe, well, I guess it's open, but nobody's going to be in there. And as you've seen from previous videos, when the ocean is getting into the pool, guess what happens? The sand comes in with every time the waves go in, so the pool is not as, say, clear as it usually is. Oh, sorry. That was my fault. I accelerated and couldn't control myself. So we're gonna go up, get an even better view. So the ocean, another hotel that is not the Lido Swimming Complex, but its own swimming complex. And yeah, you can see how active the ocean is. It actually is compared to the last few days, but still pretty dangerous. Gotta remember which ones only have steps and which ones don't. Okay, here's the big challenge with my e-bike. Going up to the Strada Monumental on this kind of awful hill.